So we touched on this previously as well, but there are many different documents and business documents that you'll need to help kick off and then manage your project. So we're calling these project management business documents that we're going along and we're going to need in the managing of our project. And there are two main business documents. We've got the project business case and we've got the project benefits management plan. Ultimately, the business case will help us kick off the project and start the project. But the project management benefits plan will help us manage those benefits that we're wanting to deliver and making sure that we are delivering on those benefits when the project is delivered. So the pre-work, we're looking at the needs assessment, for example. What's the need of this project? Why is it being kicked off? Why is it being initiated? That helps us, that feeds into our business case, so the project business case. And the business case also has the benefits management plan within that so that we know what benefits we're delivering. And all of these documents will feed into our project charter, which ultimately is one of the first steps, or is the first step in initiating a project. And from there, the project charter will feed in with all of the information that we've gathered from our needs assessment, business case, the risks involved, the stakeholders as an early view of the stakeholders and risks and scope and schedule that might be involved. All of that feeds into the project management plan on a larger scale where we're using that now to manage our project on a daily basis. So let's dive into the project business case. What is actually in it? There are a few things. Usually they include business needs. So a description of what is prompting the need for action. Maybe customers have fallen off over the last year and we're wanting to get more customers. Maybe there's a lot of rework that's happening in a certain area and we're wanting to reduce that rework. Whatever the business need is, we're wanting to include that in the project business case. It's a feasibility study of why we're initiating the project. We usually give an analysis of the situation. So what are the facts? What is currently happening? Are we currently at 80% capacity, but we need to be at 100% capacity? I don't know, whatever it is, put the raw data and that project management data and information into this analysis of the situation for your business case. And then based on that, we're wanting to give a recommendation. So what's the need? What's the current situation? And so based on that, what are we recommending that people do to make a change and deliver what we need to deliver for this project? Now, lastly, once we've done that, of course, we're wanting to see how the benefits that we're delivering will be measured. So will it be Bob over there in a certain department measuring this for the next 2 or 3 months to make sure that things are on track and that it's actually delivering what we want to deliver? However we're going to measure it, we want to put that in the plan as well. Which leads us into the project benefits management plan. How are we managing these benefits? So we want to usually include what the target benefits are. As we said, whatever it is, an increase in this or decrease in that, include that in the project benefits management plan. We want the time frame for realizing those benefits. Is it a year? Is it 6 months? Is it 1 month? Who owns the benefits? This comes back to our BAU, our operations. What are the metrics that we're measuring? What are the assumptions that we're making when we're measuring these things? So maybe we just need to know what those assumptions are so that in case they end up being wrong, and then we can see why we didn't meet the target, or maybe we did better than the target, or whatever it is. And then ultimately we want to see what risks there are to meeting those benefits as well and put those in the project benefits management plan. Now, there are many different ways to measure these things and measure these benefits, and some of these are called out in the project management body of knowledge. And so these are net present value. You'll need to know these for the exam. Usually they're fairly straightforward to go into, and often the way they'll word it on the exam will be, you might have a net present value of this and a net present value of this. So which one should you actually choose? And for your return on investment, we just want the highest return on investment. Internal rate of return, we want the higher rate of return as well. The payback period, we want a shorter payback period if possible. And the benefit to cost ratio, we usually want a higher benefit to a lower cost if possible. But all of those are just numbers and numerical objectives and financial objectives usually. We can also have things like meeting non-financial objectives, fulfilling contract terms or conditions, meeting governance or regulatory requirements, achieving stakeholder satisfaction, meeting organizational strategy or goals. All of these things could be non-monetary benefits that we're realizing at the end of the project, and those we can also include. They're harder to measure sometimes, but sometimes we do want to include those. And those are the project management business documents as part of our foundational elements of project management.